All right, staying on energy markets, they remain near record levels with oil back on the rise today, as we just talked about with Jared. Let's wade deeper into the space with KPMG's Global Head of Energy, Regina Mayer. Regina, great to get some time with you here. Look, the market has been selling off really up until the past few sessions, the oil market, I should say. How likely is it that oil prices reclaim those highs we saw earlier in March?
Well, the market's incredibly skittish and volatile, as Jared pointed out. We've seen 15+% swings within a week, which is an indicator of how volatile it is. There's a lot of upside pressure on price because we are at an 8-year low relative to supply against a 5-year average. So any potential supply chain disruption for oil causes those spikes. I was actually thinking we might be seeing a little bit of calm in the waters because we were talking about Russian gas has been flowing through Ukraine. We're thinking the weather's going to get warmer. So I was actually expecting this week to be a little bit more stable, but then the Saudi facilities were attacked and the EU is contemplating some more bans. And
peace and blessings, people. Peace and blessings. What it do, what it do. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom to the brews out there. This is your boy Musa.
I'm Mimi. Hey.
I'm Mimi. Doing what it do, you already know. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You be left in that loop every time your boy drop that content. You already know what it is, nigga. Early in the morning, afternoon, evening, I'm gonna bring it to you. Straight out that motherfucking oven. 450 degrees. Air fry. Nigga, barbecue. Sauteed, nigga. You already know. But I'm doing it with the big homie, me. You already know how we do it. So, once again, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. You got a cash app?
Miss Six Jones.
Musa Azakar cash app. Musa Azakar PayPal. Holla at your boy. Holla at your girl. Hey, closed mouth don't get fed. I'm always gonna do this.
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is on. It is what it is on that. But yeah, man, we just come up with a variety of topics we want to talk about. I'm sure you seen the video at the beginning, man, about these motherfucking gas prices and just how things are just being altered. But before we get to the gas prices, I got this one article talk about 2 Wisconsin gas stations are suing a competitor for its low fuel prices. Don't that sound like some hating ass shit?
It is. I feel like that's totally like hating shit because the thing is, no matter what you're selling, if you're getting it for a cheaper price, why do you have to go with the same people price? You know, it's almost like I don't have to have it the same ticket you got it if I'm getting it for cheaper. Or I could be getting it for the same ticket you getting it. I'm just making like 50 cents extra just so I want the business to come in. I may be selling more merchandise at the store when I do the gas. Because that's how some, as a former employee of a gas station, the merchandise do help with sales. Gas is going to sell whether we're there or not because you can go come pull up and use your car when the store closed or open. But at the same time, if they lower the gas price or have it at a quoted price, they can sell more merchandise, perhaps, you know. So I don't know if that's the thing they're going for, but that could be something that they are, you know, potentially trying to do.
Shit, I wish convenience stores did think like that, you know. Shit, they trying to make money, you hear me, boy?
Well, like I said, I did work at A, and I did have some options, opinions, and it kind of worked, and that's why they miss me, and that's why I'm gone, because they didn't pay me, you know. So they're like, hold on, I'm giving y'all too much of this right here, and y'all ain't giving me enough of this. So I have to go.
But damn, this is crazy. Check this out, check it out.
But at the same time, though, like, what do they expect us to do? You know, like, come on, $5 a pop a gallon? Like, of course we have to work, we have to live. Of course we're going to have to put the gas in our car, but what do they want us to do?
And you know, not to even bring it on our level, but hell, this is another gas station. You know, like, damn, you hating on the gas station making this little, trying to help. Let me take a check. Yeah, this is crazy as fuck. While most people are focused on the escalating price at the pump, 2 gas stations in Wisconsin are suing competitor. They say it's selling gas too cheap. A Shell and a BP gas station in Wisconsin, was it Waukesha? Wisconsin has filed a suit against the local grocery store chain. Woodsman saying the company has illegally outpriced them and violated the state's Unfair Sales Act.
Hold on, stop right there. Okay, so when they say violated the Unfair Act, okay, so when I did work at a gas station, they used to have to do, it was called competitive pricing. So if the people up the street gas went up, we had to go up. If it went down, we had to go down. And they would break their neck to see. So I guess it's a like statewide, national.
Ooh, ain't that some shit? Hey, boy, you gonna learn something on this channel, boy.
But my thing is, if you own your own gas station, like, why you can't have your own rules? Like, if you just want to make 10 cents, like, let me make 10 cents.
I ain't never heard of no Woodsman. Have you heard of Woodsman?
Nah, I haven't.
Okay, but which prohibits companies from selling goods below cost, and they are seeking damage of $80,000 each. Oh God.
They're not gonna get it. Well, yeah, I'm gonna speak on that. They're not gonna get it. We can come back 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 3 months, a year, 2 years. They're not gonna get it. They're gonna drag it out of court. It's gonna be pointless, and it's gonna be like, okay, so what? They're not gonna care.
But as a Monday morning, Google Maps shows Woodman selling gas at $3.60 per gallon. Damn, wish they were here though. Per gallon.
In some places.
While Shell and BP locations are charging $3.86 and $3.80 per gallon, respectively. Damn.
Okay, then about 20-cent margin.
Man, but you know the gas.
But this is 20-cent margin. What?
Woodman says it's allowed to sell prices at the rate due to exemption from the Unfair Sales Act, requiring the company to notify the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade and Consumer Protection of the price drop, which allows them to match a competitor's price.
Told you.
Ain't that a bitch? So you gonna learn something on this motherfucker, boy. I tell you. The competitor will be Costco, which is located about 6.5 miles from the grocery. Nationwide, the average gallon of gas is selling for $4.25 according to AAA on Monday. Wisconsin's average is $3.91. And Waukesha County averages is $3.88. On average, the national price gallon has jumped roughly 75 cents in the past month, larger in response to Russian invasion of Ukraine and subsequently disrupted the global oil market. While it had eased up some in recent days, many experts say they still expect the gas to top 5 gallons before the conflict is over, and 6 has also been suggested as a real possibility. Lord have mercy. Damn! I mean, nigga just gotta go straight to home and work, grocery store.
Yeah.
That's all.
There's no in between with that right there, like. But they're not gonna get no money though. I can see they had $1 cheaper. It's ain't but 20 cents. And then hold on. Also, gas prices haven't even been high that long, so I'm pretty. They went up when everybody else went up. They just stayed at a 20 cent margin. Like I'm telling you, they're gonna make it back up in merchandise.
Man, you know what? You know more.
And $80,000. That's absurd. So it's 40 for each. When did the war start? In February 26th or something? February something. This is March the 21st. Come on now, they're not gonna see that money. Yes, gas prices are high. Yes, it is that BS. You know, and with the war going on, all that they got to do with gas price, it's all like. Yeah. Yep.
Well, with that being said, we're finna take us a break and we'll be right back with you in a minute. All right, peace and a bottle of Haggry's, people.
And the expansion of mind can go 76 quintillion miles, meaning that the brain is capable of coming into contact with the universe of light. And not only coming in contact with it, but learning how to deal with it and master it. That's expansion of mind.
The The idea of teaching enough classes for every job is just about impossible, and I get that. A kid that wants to study math today is going to be introduced to it far sooner than a video game designer who would want to start learning the basics of their field, unless they were doing that in their free time. And hiring teachers in hundreds or thousands of completely separate subjects to teach, it's just not happening with how little teachers are already paid. When education reform is addressed by the government, it's still focused on test scores. No Child Left Behind, a law that held schools accountable for how children learn, was one of the more modern examples of an education reform that we've seen. But in my eyes, the problem isn't if the children know all their mathematical equations or Shakespeare plays. It's what the schools are teaching them in the first place. Although the Every Student Succeeds Act, which replaced No Child Left Behind in 2015 by Barack Obama, tried to correct problems that arose, it felt like no one wants to take on the task of tearing down what we've got and starting over. Hell, I get why. It sounds like hell just thinking about it, but what we have now is incredibly obsolete and it's not helping anybody. As the Foundation for Economic Education says, even though the curriculum of the public education system has developed, the essence has stayed the same. Children are still taught in a standardized and industrialized way. As with anything that comes from a centralized control, it is highly inefficient, bureaucratic, and wasteful. Children rarely are allowed to be children. Play is stifled. Children are crammed into a classroom and taught in a standardized way. Creativity is restricted. They aren't allowed to harness their inquisitive minds. Questioning things that is part of the analytic mind and a key to societal development, but this takes a backseat to examinations.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hey.
Right back at you. You already know, once again, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. But yeah, man, that particular a little segment that you just got, you know, I could just recall being young, using imagination, especially when it was not middle school, but even elementary. You know, if you did well and you made good grades throughout the day, you showed progression, they used to give you fake money.
Yep. Buy treasure chests.
Yeah, man, you used to go to like the little store and all that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that. But not only, you know, getting a gift for just doing an attribute, being good or whatnot, you also learning how to count. You're learning how to read any little thing, you know.
And responsibility.
A lot of that. Because if you didn't do something, somebody else catch you doing something, that was your ass.
No, I'm talking about with the money.
Yeah, that too.
Your money
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Things and such.
Yeah, and you didn't want to get ripped off, but you didn't want to get ripped off. But what's so sad, I learned about money just off paper money. And that shit took me a long way. I'm serious, you lie, but it took me a long way.
Oh yeah, but, me too, because I'm terrible with numbers. I tell you that now.
But today, the school system ain't worth shit. You get a fucking pass, get a participation trophy.
That's it.
Holding hands. We all didn't know. Fuck, you did not. You need to feel embarrassment when you can add 2 + 2 = what? But you passed. You ought to feel embarrassed when you can't read this 4-letter word.
Yeah.
But you know how to all these words, you know all these words on the song on the radio.
Yeah, yes. Or you know how to spell out
certain
particular
words.
cuss words, you know.
Oh, you know that with a fashion.
Yeah.
I mean, you know all about all that.
You know how to look up adult sites, but you can't, you know, do your reading language. Like, what?
But
you can type all that in, though, what you're looking for, but you can't do your reading language.
But my thing is, where is the zeal for the fucking teachers?
There's no passion no more.
No, that's what I'm talking about. It's just like, damn, I can recall teachers going back to the school after I done graduated, be like, oh man, you know, kissing my teacher on the cheek, and be like, man, I used to be one of the biggest cut-ups in this mug. Used to skip. But man, Miss such and such took care of me. Or Mr. Such and such was hard on me. Made me better.
Yeah, there you go.
But now, man, it's just like I see a lot of youth that's being teachers. Like I'm seeing youth that's being parents. Ready to be out at the club, leaving their children at home, unattended. But they're going to go out and do their thing. But look at the effect that it caused.
Generation after generation.
I mean, I'm going for the young teachers. You think the young teachers, they worry about the paycheck? They ain't. I'm finna go out tonight. I'm finna go out to Sensations. I ain't studying that shit.
Most definitely. I'm going to tell you about my teachers. My teachers, like in 3rd and 4th grade, my teachers was like grandparents and old aunties. I'm talking about they would paddle you. They would tell you what you're going to do to you. I mean, I'm talking about they didn't have no fear in their heart. And I used to love them women. I'm talking about I looked up to those women. And some of the things they taught me in 3rd and 4th grade, I still use that till today. You know, just by how they structured things, how they presented things. You know, some of the other kids were sensitive, of course, because they came from homes that was of such. So, you know, they didn't get it, but I got it, you know. As a black kid, you know, growing up in the inner city, you need that structure. That's all I grew up around was, you know, aunties, grandparents, mom, you know, that was in my butt. So when I had teachers do the same thing, oh, that was love. You know, I felt it. But now, as in 2022, these teachers are not teaching for real. They're not structuring the students to learn or to better themselves as an individual, to succeed in life. They say that, yeah, that's scripted. That's because they already wrote that down to say that every morning. Yeah. They may call you or anything, you know, well, this child is failing this, they're doing that. No. When you seen that child struggling, why didn't you call that parent? You call them when grades come out. It's too late then, right? Come on, that's not fair. That's not fair. And then if you know that a child has, like, let's see, multiple issues in multiple subjects. Like me, I was terrible at math, baby. They used to call my mama, baby. They used to be almost in tears. She just don't get it. I did it, and I still don't. You know? I know how to add and subtract, multiply a little bit. But y'all catch me out long division, y'all lost me. But that wasn't the teacher's fault. Because they tried. They did try. But at the same time, it takes a teacher to know and understand a particular child's weakness and how to help them. You know, make it
more palatable.
Exactly.
Convey it to me that way they can understand. Oh, this is what this means.
Yes.
Some people, like, I can understand 1 + 3 = 4. But somebody else may understand 4 × 1 is 4.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Better, yeah.
0 + 4 is 4. You see what I'm saying?
And that's why you see confused that. Because you can do I'm like, what?
But it's still 4. You see what I'm saying?
No matter what,
But it shows different ways of teaching and why it be palatable and teaching different ways of teaching.
Yeah.
But our generation, I can blame us because we was out there being fast, couldn't wait for our parents to go to work, and we didn't go to school. such ain't gonna be a shit. I'm finna skate today, boy. Such. Next thing you know, somebody put him in school or whatnot. It's part of us. It's a cycle of life. And it starts with us, man, and fathers, man. I hold fathers responsible. Especially you got a child out here that you see they struggling. I remember them Young Jeezy days. I remember them T.I. days when they was in the prime. And you know, they were banging at they were banging at the club. But guess where I was at? Guess where I was at on the weekend? I had to take care of my responsibilities, man. And that's what I believe my higher power gave me grace for sacrificing that, which was very tempting. To go out on the weekend, I mean, everybody, and this is when it was cool to go out to the club. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about good time.
Man, come on with it, man. But I had to bite that bullet. I'm like, nah, I'd rather chill my child. And the more I've done that, the more life I got. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of motherfuckers that's gone right now on some bullshit. Just being out though.
And see, he's a parent and I'm not, but I do feel for our youth and our younger generation. You know, I have nieces and nephews, little cousins, and things and such. So, even god kids. So, when I see a particular thing and it's really hurting, you know, like to just witness it, because I had a cool little upbringing. You know, it wasn't the best, but I'm saying it was cool. Like I said, my teachers in elementary, and then I went to middle, and then high school. You know, it was almost like when I went to high school, I didn't learn anything. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you, and not because I didn't go. It's because let me tell you what made me not go to school.
I feel you though, man.
Look, I suffered from mild depression, but also I got fed up with me being in class. I raised my hand to ask a question about my assignment. The teacher used to tell me, hold on, I gotta write this person up. Hold on, I gotta kick this person out of class. Hold on, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I got tired of that, you know? Like, I can't learn. And this was almost every class period. You know, I even used to go sit into like the honors. No, I was not an honor student. I'm not gonna portray that I was, but I used to go sit in and I felt so much weight lifted off me. But they, I'm a kid, they get in trouble too. But
they the masterminds these days. They the criminal minds these days.
They don't get caught. But look, once they knew that I didn't belong, they kicked me out. So I stopped going. I used to go twice a week, 4 times a month, collect all my work, turn it back in. My neighbor be like, hey, why you don't get truancy? I bet because, bro, my work, I turn it in. I get, A's, B's, and high D in math. But I say, I suck in math, so. But I just didn't want, like, the public school that I went to, the particular public school I went to, I didn't learn anything. I felt like those teachers didn't want to teach anything. Mm-hmm. I learned so much on my own, just picking up a book.
And you know the sad thing about it? This is supposed to be like a craft teacher.
Yeah.
If you was a martial artist, would you want somebody to learn a fucked up ass craft, but you supposed to be their teacher? On that note right there, we're gonna keep with the last video. Peace and a ball of happiness, people.
See you.
The mind is able to pierce the wall of darkness that sunlight does not illuminate. But the mind can go beyond the limit of light and bring out of darkness new creations. Mind can do that.
The 4 Mile plant's going to be that's potentially going to lose their charter. How does that get justified, and what is the situation with the finances specifically?
20 years of poor financial management in Mason. What we're trying to do is help them get on track so that they can benefit from all the development that's coming to their area.
And why is this becoming a situation now?
Well, it's been a situation for 20 years.
Right, but why are you leaning on them now?
Well, it's just become untenable, and they've never had an opportunity. The tax-paying citizens have never had an opportunity like they do now.
It's for their own good?
It's for the good of the tax-paying citizens who are getting nothing for the taxes they're paying.
What does that mean, getting nothing?
Well, they're getting no services. So when the mayor of a city can't articulate what benefit the taxpayers are receiving from being a city, then it's time to evaluate whether they need to continue to be a city.
The timing of it, that you're now starting to pressure them right when Ford shows up, it starts to look a little more than coincidental. So I'm wondering, why suddenly are you taking an interest in Mason?
Because if Mason doesn't get their finances in order, the opportunity for development is going to bypass them.
The opportunity for development. So
the opportunity for neighborhoods to develop. Mason doesn't have a grocery store or a gas station, and the citizens suffer from not having the ability to have those things in their communities. If they don't get their finances in order, just as we have done with other communities across the state, the comptroller will have to run their finances for a while.
What other communities does that happen to?
Jellicoe, Van Buren County, to name a couple. We make a decision about their expenditures.
They're feeling bullied, just so you know. I talked to them. So.
I understand.
Okay.
I understand. There's a lot of tough decisions that need to be made, but when you can't articulate a single benefit that taxpayers are receiving for the highest municipal taxes paid in Tipton County, you've got to look inward.
City.
That's cool. That's cool right there. What's up with it, peeps? What's up with it? This is our last little go around on this right here, man. Appreciate you tuning in and taking your time, sacrificing even and being here and kicking it with us, man. I seen this article. I think it was like last week. It was about this company. Want to always, you know how a big company come over into another state and want to expand or whatnot, and they want to kind of run through a majority-owned black neighborhood. It's called Comptroller, and what it is basically like how developers or people who are engineers or already got their picture in mind how they want things to look. And you have the people who come in want to pitch sales to people, say, we'll give you this and give you that. And then throw up these small little houses.
And like, build them up.
Yeah, build them up. And then say that.
Side by side.
And then say we are expanding. I'm like,
how?
No, we're not at all. It's getting compact. The land is not growing.
No.
Everything's getting more compact. It looks like Chicago almost, especially when you go to Laverne. Oh my God, the house is so damn close together. Why would I want to do that to myself? Can't be private. I mean, it's just.
It started with areas like Laverne, like in the Rutherford County, because actually they have like the single family homes, but they have like 10 feet of space between them.
Man, what I'm talking about, they so. Oh my God, man, it's just like
maybe 12 feet, but that's about it. Because my daddy, he's but
you definitely can't have no cookout, or nobody can have a funky good time. That James Brown funky good time.
Somebody calling them
all day, or you gonna have that Laverne police, that black one sitting in the corner, just looking at.
And when one come, they all come. Ain't no all go sit back and let you handle it. I'm talking about they coming tenfold. They don't care if it's a traffic stop. Man. And but I do want to say something about. They are like in Nashville, Tennessee. I know it's happening in Mason, Tennessee, but it's been happening in Nashville, Tennessee. I guess because we are the capital, but we're not big. We're not big. We're just the capital. So people literally sit out of town across the country and they buy land or they buy property online. They may not even never see it for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. But they got it. And they'll build. They'll develop. For instance, we had a tornado before COVID hit. And, hold on, was it before or after? It might have been after. Which one was it?
I want to say it was
before.
The one before?
Yeah. Because it was in March, I think.
Okay, it was one of them.
However, we had, it was before. Because people weren't scared to go line up and get the stuff. Yeah, you're right. Okay, well, I'm right. So, going through an experience such as a tornado ripping through your home and your property, then the following weeks to come, you have people come knocking at your door trying to buy your property or home for like a escalated price. Now, with you going through such tragedy, your mind is everywhere because, first of all, you don't have nowhere to go. The money is sounding good. So they may buy your home that was worth $300,000. They may give you 50 or 60, maybe knocking at 90,000. And guess what they gonna do? And don't be on the end lot. That end lot gonna be like $2-3 million for them. They're going to build 2 or 3 of those little homes. They're going to build them 3 stories high. And you want to know how I know? Because I used to clean them. Yeah, I did have a lot of jobs, y'all. But yes, they gonna build them 3 stories high. I'm telling you, like it's crazy. They want to bunch us all together and wonder why crime's so high.
And not only that, look at the vomit that it attracts. It attracts a lot of crime, motherfuckers down here. Scammers, motherfuckers want to prey on old women and women, period. And older men, and just some sorry motherfuckers. Take your motherfucking ass on from the heart. Man, motherfuckers out here busting their ass just trying to make it easy. I mean, make it do for their family and whatnot, but you want to come and take. You going to meet the wrong motherfucker one goddamn morning. You hear me? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go off like it.
But that struck a nerve right there. No, but seriously though, like it does attract. Like Nashville, I don't know what the hell Nashville done got or what they telling other states, but baby, we're not it. I'm not saying don't come. I'm not saying that, but we full already.
Take y'all asses on.
Good God. I remember when it used to be 15 minutes to get to everywhere. I don't care which part of town you come from, 15 minutes or less. Man, now it's a 45 to an hour commute, on a good day. So it's more or less. I feel like Nashville was already taken over. No one spoke about it, I guess because we're the major city. Mason, I don't know if it's a country town or if it's particularly a certain geographical people, but... hey.
Alright, we're gonna let the Judge Joe Brown cook on this because he was a judge, so he know about the laws and all the paperwork trail on it. But I already threw the copyright disclaimer in, so this audio should be feasible. So let's rock and roll.
Okay, so what is that about? So
let me tell you what the article. I live in Tennessee. Let me tell you what this deceitful dog is talking about. Up until 2016, overwhelmingly majority black township, with 62% of the population being black, had 100% white representatives, and they had those white representatives for most of this 20-year period this charlatan is talking about. They had run the place into the ground, and because corruption got exposed by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, all of them had to resign. And when they resigned in 2017, the administration of the area became all black, and they've been trying to recover from the economic mess that this previously corrupt administration and this tradition of all white management of their city had developed.
Now see.
Okay.
Now see.
Yeah.
I'll be at the plantation. They be like, so what do you think about the way? Ain't none of my goddamn business. Ain't nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
They ain't nothing to do with me. And look at this shit right here. You see who got control.
Yeah.
You see who got the power. You know what I'm saying? But we always try to fix they mess.
Yeah.
And that's what it look like they trying to do right now. And they just trying to recover. Recover from all
the demographic I was speaking about is black. Oh wow. I didn't know too much about this topic beforehand, but now I can get in depth because Judge Joe Brown just clarified.
We'll let him cook again. Here we go.
It is not them. It has only been 5 years since black folk took charge, and the other 15 that put the city in the hole, there were some all white, 100% white representatives that are corrupt as hell and ought to be in the state penitentiary. Now, that's the case. So this lying dog is trying to sit there and mislead folk. Finally, black folk have a place where with a 62% majority, they have an opportunity to actually get property tax, sales tax. 27,000 people will be coming through to be employed in this Ford factory. Ford, found on roadside, dead or disabled. They want to make all electric cars. It should have been in Memphis, but Memphis was so piss poor pathetic they couldn't get it. But they put it there so they could get cheap labor from people that would be ever so grateful to be employed. And now that black folk are on top of it and the money would go into a black area, they're trying to defeat that and turn management of the area over to an all-white county government, which is a disgrace. Now, this lying dog is trying to mislead people into what's going on.
Right. All right.
That's all too familiar.
Right. So, but Judge.
And I'm an independent, by the way. I don't go Republican or Democrat. Democrats full of shit, Republicans full of shit. And when they both do wrong, they do wrong.
So let me ask you this though. So in a situation like this, what should the people in that town be doing to push back? Can they push back? Can they fight for their city?
The largest majority black or predominantly black city in America, Memphis, Tennessee, has a sizable delegation in Nashville. That delegation ought to be commensurate with what's going on in this township and support them so these jackasses up in Nashville don't get away with this, where they snatch revenue and actual power from a black urban area or black.
Ooh. Is Nashville gonna hear about this? Oh Lord, Nashville.
We never hear about it, but I just spoke a little bit about it though.
Oh my goodness, Nashville. Shame on you. Okay. Shame on you. But you going up on everybody else's rent. Shame on you, Nashville.
Because they pushing everybody out. Go ahead.
Municipality. When they're about to get it.
Wait, Chief. Wait. Go ahead, Chief. Go.
Well, you're right, but the problem is Memphis got their own problems, and he's right about one thing. That 20 years they had control and they screwed it up, and Memphis had black people had Memphis what 50 years, and look how it screwed it up now. I mean, Memphis is the only city in Star State, Tennessee, that's not grown past Nashville, Knoxville, Chattanooga, and Sexburg. They are booming, and Memphis still stuck.
How the hell did we get a white mayor of Memphis, a white district attorney, a white clerk of the city courts, and everything is run by white folk when they're only 19.1% of the registered voters, only 28% of the registered voters in the county? How did that happen?
Because how many years have we inherited?
Bought off slave Negroes who came out of the big house and won't walk off the plantation, who is selling their constituents out, and it's time for them to be turned out and put in jail.
Yes, but like I said before, we had Harrington, we had the other mayor. And
he tried. Harrington did a good job. My former law partner, E.C. Morton, did not.
And she wants the same way as well. But he all saw it out because of the money. I mean, we lost a lot of things. We lost a lot of
has had a lot of opportunities, trying to please everybody, with the ultimate result being you please no one.
All right.
In other words, don't sell out for the money, man. Your integrity gonna be fucked up. Not only integrity, the land around you will be decadent. All the decadency, the death around it is gonna be a root cause of you. That's fucked up. Oh God, that's fucked up.
If you own land, don't sell. If you own a home, get the best price possible, because everybody can't afford to keep, like the older people, they may not have a generation to leave it to. So selling would be the best thing for them to just go travel the world. But in retro speaking, do what you gotta do, but get the most bang for your buck. The people got the money to spend, baby. Get them for everything they worth. I'm not mad, I don't like how they pry on the disadvantage. That's why the disadvantage should go ahead and just hit them with the gusto. But they don't know how to hit them with the gusto because they don't really know any better.
No, they don't have no
they be pressured. They be pressured, and especially if you keep getting calls, keep getting knocks at the door. Educate your elderly people. Tell them don't sign no paperwork without a lawyer or without contacting you. Because that's who they pry on. They pry on the elderly. The young people not so much, because they haven't really just taught the young folks how to buy a house yet. But they doing it, but they not doing it. But at the end of the day, if y'all want particular people to be y'all, let's see, lawmakers, y'all go vote. 'Cause I'm not gonna vote. But y'all go vote though.
Man, go away, go spend all the time and energy. And you know what? I'm tired because it's previous shit. Motherfuckers trying to put you on the corner. Did you vote? Did you vote? Did you vote?
I didn't.
Listen here. And if I did, look what the fuck it got me.
But guess what? I'm 35 and I'm proud to say I have never
Look
voted.
what the fuck it got me. And if I did vote it. You know what I'm saying?
Your vote count. How my one vote count, bro? When y'all already got it directed to where y'all want it to go.
Yeah, that's
a different topic, bro.
That's that old propaganda shit. That's that bullshit. That's that bullshit.
But at the end of the day, if you want anything to change, y'all need to watch who y'all elect. You know, because that county with predominantly black people, they're going through it because of the voters. That's what it all comes down to. But you know, like I said, we don't know how it go in the voting office. So.
Nah, and then once again, it's money, dirty money, just getting thrown all over the place, man. You see how arrogant he was talking, how prudent he was talking at the beginning of the video. I mean, it's just like, damn, these people are not using it.
Come on,
man. Come on now, motherfucker, for real.
Mm-hmm.
For real. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? It will go around, come around. What you throw out in the universe, it'll come back to you. It'll come back to you. But you know what? First of all, I really appreciate y'all taking y'all time.
Thank you.
And fucking with your boy and your girl.
We enjoyed y'all. Like, hey, if you all have any like recommendations, like particular topic you want us to speak on, like shoot it out there.
Man, listen, we all over the place.
Yeah.
All over the place. Once again, people, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, people. Peace. And a bottle of hair grease, people.
See you later.